All right, guys, we have three stories today, and I know they're all about the election. I apologize, but this stuff needs to come out. This stuff needs to be talked about, and it's this election mattered, so we're gonna have to talk about it. Right, but let's jump into it because crooked Georgia election supervisor filmed pulling out suitcases of ballots from beneath the table has been identified. Yes, we know who the person is that went through and did it. And guess what? It's Ruby's daughter. I don't know who they're talking about Ruby here because I haven't read this article, but let's jump into it. Ruby Freeman and daughter and election supervisor Wandra share Moss. Oh, okay. So who's Ruby Freeman? Let's do a quick fact check while we're live on air. Ruby Freeman is... I don't know. Anyway, let's find out. Hopefully the story is us. So early on Thursday, Christine Lorna reported on the explosive video that was revealed during the Georgia ballot counting at the State Farm Arena, where crooked Democrats pulled out a suitcase full of ballots and began counting those ballots without election monitors in the room. We covered it yesterday. Trump's legal team showed a video from the State Farm Arena tabulation center where poll workers were told to leave at 10:25 p.m. A few workers stayed behind and were seen pulling suitcases from under, full of ballots from under the tables that needed to be tabulated. This was the most explosive video of the entire campaign. So, trending, what's up, Ruby? Breaking. So, watch footage from the Georgia. We've already seen that, so we don't care too much. But we identified one of the operatives last night who was caught on video counting illegal ballots from suitcases stashed under a table. As you can see from the video, one woman in the purple top was filmed helping pull out the ballots and then sitting down to count the ballots. That woman has been identified. Local 11 News covered the story from the State Farm Arena that pipe had burst. This was later proven to be complete fraud and an excuse to kick out the GOP election observers. So that's the story that we heard, right? We heard that there was a pipe burst, but yeah, it was just an excuse to kick people out of the center. But don't worry, there's no proof of election meddling, right? One woman in the video is wearing a purple top. She later appears in the suitcase video. The woman in the purple top made a mistake and left her purse on her desk, advertising her businesses. Sorry. So, can we zoom in on this? Anyway, her name is Ruby Freeman. She made a mistake of advertising her purse on the desk the same night she was involved in voter fraud, allegedly, on massive scale. Her t-shirt says Lady Ruby and her purse says La Ruby, which is her company, and this is not a very smart move. Her company is called La Ruby's Unique Treasures. She's definitely a unique treasure, that's for sure. It's on her LinkedIn page. So there it is there. Ruby's purse was a hit, and several fans wrote on her LinkedIn page after they saw her purse on TV. They then commented on her LinkedIn page. Ruby Freeman still has an active Facebook page as of 11 p.m. on Thursday night. On her page, Ruby Freeman brags about her Shay being her supervisor. It's clear from the video that she was released. So it's clear from the video, from a video that was released, that Shay and Ruby are very close. Here are a few entries from Ruby's Facebook page. Ballbreaker 19, Lady Ruby on the air. Watch out for President-elect Joe Biden coming at you from all channels of the United States of America. Breaker 19, there's anybody out there? Breaker 19, do you have ears on? Breaker 19, if you see number 45, tell him the stage left and exit. Breaker 19, Lady Ruby is moving on up. Jesus is King of King and Lord of Lord. Whatever. So, Felden County Director believes that they have absentee ballots counted. So she also wrote on her Facebook, this lady right here is the bomb with the shield. So she's got obviously a whole bunch of anti-Trump stuff on her Facebook page. Right? Ruby made a post on Facebook on November the 3rd. Look at my baby giving that look to the employees. Mummy is so proud of you, supervisor of registration. So Ruby Freeman, look at my baby giving the look to employees. Mummy's so proud. And that's how votes are counted election night and beyond. So there it is there. Here is a close-up of the woman in question via Getty Images. Her official name is Wanderer Moss. So thank you, Gateway Pundit readers, for sending this information. You can clearly see Shay, the woman in the blonde pigtails, removing suitcases of ballots under the table, which we showed yesterday, of GOP observers were evacuated from the room from told to go home. It's clear from this video that Ruby and Shay are very close. So you can see that they're pretty cozy. It looks like they're praying together. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So we know who the woman is now. And look, I don't know if it's a real big thing. Okay, so we know who to send to prison. Cool. We already would have found that out anyway. Obviously, presuming that obviously she gets found out for election fraud. I find it interesting that the big story here that no one seems to be asking is how did they claim it was a gas leak and send everybody home, or whatever it was they claimed? Did no one fact check this? That to me is, yeah, and like, yeah, that's something that obviously needs answering. But at the end of the day, look, we know who she is. We know what size orange suit to give her, I suppose. But at the end of the day, we'll just have to see what happens. But there is more to this story, which will be covered. So, what's up, Ruby? Breaking operative film, pulling out suitcase of ballots, which we've already covered. And obviously now, since this video has come out, Georgia's Governor Kemp urges signature audit after smoking gun. Video emerges. So this was also after 20 House Republicans demand Barr investigate suitcase of ballots in Georgia. So maybe he's doing it to stop Barr getting involved. I'm not quite sure. But some 20 House Republicans show dissatisfaction with the Justice Department, lax approach to national charges of voting fraud, demand today that Attorney General William Barr open an investigation into the Georgia election. Citing video shows suitcase of ballots during the counting, and 20 lawmakers led by Alabama Republican Mo Brooks and including incoming members also urged Barr to issue a restraining order or temporary injunction to block groups suspected of registering illegals or invalid voters from the upcoming Georgia Senate runoff elections. Brooks has already pleaded to pledged to challenge the state electoral college votes in the House, said that the evidence is overwhelming that Georgia's election process has been corrupt by voter fraud and election theft. The perpetrators of these insidious acts must be investigated and, as appropriate, prosecuted to the full extent. So that's some good news that came out regarding this situation. Look, at the end of the day, yeah, good news all around, I suppose. We'll see what happens. I don't have much faith in this Kemp, even though he is a Republican. I think he's deep state. And as for William Barr, don't even get me started on that. Trump, if you do win another term, buddy, you're going to have to clean your house. That's all I'm going to say. Apart from that, guys, obviously let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Stay tuned. 2 more videos coming up right after this one. Guys, we have some big stories that are breaking. This is one of them. Another story, you're not going to believe it. You're just going to have to watch to find out. Apart from that, guys, have a great night and enjoy.